A Moscow advert declaring that smoking kills more people than President Obama, although President Obama still kills a lot of people, has gone viral at a Moscow bus stop. Here's the advert. We'll just throw it up. It's been unattributed. This is what it says. It says, "Don't smoke. Don't be like Obama. Smoking kills more people than Obama, although he kills a lot of people." This is the latest in a string of viral campaigns and adverts that are going across Russia, condemning President Obama as a mass killer. There's also a video that's recently been released, or two videos, each of which have amassed about 500,000 views, indicating or condemning President Obama as judge, jury, and executioner on a mass scale. Let's take a look.
Почему Соединенные Штаты Америки взяли на себя роль всемирного судьи и палача?
Мы хотим знать, кто понесет наказание за то горе, за слезы и кровь, за смерть, за ужас и боль, за страдания, которые США причиняют сегодня.
So this video, interestingly, is one of two that have recently been released that depict President Obama as a mass killer. And what's interesting about them in particular is it has the characteristics of being a viral campaign, has the characteristics of something that just the population at large have just felt necessary to highlight how inflamed they are and how unjust America's actions within the world are. But if you look more carefully at it, all the hallmarks are being carefully orchestrated from within the Russian authorities and part of the Russian propaganda machine. Not to say that there's not some validity to some of their arguments, we can get to that in a second, but it's just fascinating the way that this is supposedly a grassroots campaign with these students saying how terrible, despicable things are, but really it's got the hand of the government all over it.
No, we could say the same thing about the Russian media in that case. I mean, they give off the impression that it's free and fair, you could say whatever you want. But the reality is you can, and if you criticize the government, you're going to be in trouble. But you know, my overall thoughts on this, on videos like this, for example, is like, I think these people are misled because the more that the Russians carry out airstrikes in Syria, for example, the more they're going to ramp up the anti-Obama propaganda in order to take people's attention away from, you know, how many people are dying in Syria due to these Russian airstrikes. And I guess, you know, if we're going to go there again, the same thing could be said about media here in the U.S., or at least the mainstream media, because you'll hear a lot of articles coming out of CNN, for example, talking about, oh, this many people just died in a Russian airstrike, which killed this many civilians. Oh, this many civilians have died in 2016 alone by Russian airstrikes. Seldom do you hear anything about American airstrikes unless we kill some ISIS top head honcho or something like that. And then they'll kind of mention it, but other than that, we're pretty hush-hush about our own stuff.
Right, no, I agree. And listen, the drone program has been very well criticized and notably criticized as having a significant amount of collateral damage, but it's not something that is well publicized. You're right, the drone program, which is really is part of, instead of it being a tool of the government, is now effectively become policy, carrying out unsanctioned executions, as I said, with significant amount of collateral damage. There's a couple of other things I just want to show and flag and remind people. As I said, there's a couple of other images. One, there was a flag draped over a residential building opposite the U.S. Embassy in Moscow depicting Obama, that famous poster of him showing hope and actually showing him as the word killer underneath it. And there was also this unsavory item that was on sale, which was a chopping block, which was removed from, that's actually a chopping board that was on sale in a supermarket, and that was removed by the supermarket eventually, and with a great deal of apology. But it just sort of demonstrates the number of things that are out there. I suppose in some respects, though, you're quite right, the same accusation could be thrown at us. There's probably, if we looked closely enough, there's probably any number of artifacts and items that depict Vladimir Putin in a less than complimentary fashion. I don't know whether it would stoop to the levels of that particular chopping block, but there are probably certain things that the Russian people or that Putin himself would find offensive.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's just harder to see things from the other side, or vice versa, so I understand.
But talking about his smoking, Obama actually gave up smoking in 2010. So again, they got to get their facts straight. He apparently used to be a Marlboro Reds man, and he would smoke about 6 or 7 a day, 6 or 7 cigarettes, not 6 or 7 packs. George W. Bush was a recovering alcoholic, didn't touch the stuff. Dwight Eisenhower was the big smoker. Apparently he reportedly smoked 4 packs a day. But still, as I said, Obama gave up in 2010, so he's been clean of the nicotine for 6 years, but he's still getting it in the neck from the propagandists in Moscow.